Welcome to Oilers Nation Every Day with your hosts, Tyler and Liam.
On one hand, Darnell Nurse has the second most 5-on-5 goals on the team this year. On the other hand, Darnell Nurse has the second most 5-on-5 goals on the team this season. Let's get into it with the lead. Just like yesterday, we'll start with a meme.
To meme or not to meme?
You know the one where there's the sad guy looking out the bus window and then the happy guy looking out the bus window? That's the Darnell Nurse stat. It's like, glass half full, glass half empty. Darnell Nurse is having a good year offensively. Darnell Nurse and the team are having a bad year on the other side of things. Not great. Just welcome into the show. There's a lot for us to get to. Why is the door behind me open? Because Jay's in the hallway. We're still waiting for him to join us. Yeah, he'll be ready. He'll be here. Should let you know, we are coming to you live from the Sports Closet studio. Check them out online, sportscloset.ca. Their 25th anniversary sale on now. Spend $100 in-store or online, and you'll be entered into a draw to win 4 tickets to a game and a $1,000 Sports Closet shopping spree. That is one hell of a promo.
It's the best promo.
Great promo. We are also brought to you by Bet365. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Take Bet365 off for a second. There's a line tonight. I think it's my bet of the year already.
Better.
We'll get to it later on. I may have identified my bet of the year this year.
Yeah, I think
I'm betting responsibly, but I'm betting on it.
I found the bet of the year too.
Tonight.
I'll give you a clue. It hits most nights. Is that the same one? Or did you find a different bet of the year?
I don't know.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's interesting.
I have a statement to make.
Okay, we're opening today's show with a statement from Liam Horvin.
I have it wrote down on this.
Sure.
I'm sorry that I breathe into the mic a lot. The reason why I breathe into the mic so often is because I have a slight dairy allergy, which makes my nose congested. Since comments from yesterday's show, I have taken action to improve my performance on the show. I will be taking some cold and sinus medicine, which I've already taken twice today. I did have almond milk in my coffee today rather than 2%. So that's really good. I've also chosen to push the mic a little bit further away from my mouth and nose today, so hopefully you don't hear it as often. That is all I have to say on the matter in this time.
Liam's been having a bit of a go recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
The YouTube comment said he breathes into the mic too much.
Oh, so that might be me.
No, it's definitely me. Yesterday there was a clip that went out of you were talking and all you could hear was Darth Vader in the background. And as you all know, I'm more of a stormtrooper than Darth Vader.
Sure. We have Jeff Merrick joining us at some point on today's show. Jeff is such a team player, even though he's on the road right now. He said, I will join you for as long as my Uber ride lasts. So once he's settled in his Uber, Jeff Merrick will pop in. We'll chat with Jeff for a little bit, and then we'll let him go to the airport. Okay. He was in Washington last night for that game.
Lucky boy. He got his money's worth.
It was 80s night at the game.
Well, it looked like 80s hockey.
Yeah, it was 80s hockey, boys. Edmonton falls 7-4 to the Washington Capitals. Score looks worse than it was, but at this point, we can't really be doing the score looks worse than it was when it comes to this Oilers team. That was a game they absolutely should have won. They scored 4 goals on the Vezina Trophy favorite Logan Thompson.
That's all you can ask for.
And it was not enough. They give up 5 5-on-5 goals to the Washington Capitals. Keep in mind that was just the second time all season a team has scored more than 3 on Logan Thompson. Just not good enough last night. This is one, and I am a staunch Stuart Skinner defender. If we're doing blame pie last night, he's eaten the bulk of it. There are other issues. We will get into Brett Kulak. We will talk coaching. We will talk a whole bunch of things. But last night, more than 50% of that pie is in Stu.
Yeah, he didn't play well enough.
Nope.
There's at least 2 goals that I thought, that wasn't very good. I think the first one probably looked a little bit worse on Kulak than maybe Skinner.
Yeah.
But either way,
kicking the rebound out.
There was no one there when the shot was coming.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Protas just bullied his way to the net. And
out jammed.
yeah,
he was.
what did you call it, Aaron? Little Boyd?
Yeah, they were getting little Boyd all over the
Bush
place.
got little
Son,
Boyd by
too
a
small.
littler boy.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Well, Bush didn't know how fast he could skate.
That's what happens when you got a guy with a pulse going against a guy without a pulse.
I thought Jason made a good comment there, actually. Nothing classic Skinner. Nothing extremely ugly, just too many goals against.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't give up a goal from center ice, I guess. So, like, nothing that crazy ugly, but, like, I don't know, still not good. We did kick off the show with a super chat. I want to get to that really, really quick here. And it came in from Dayton Jans. 2 years ago, I bought a Leon Royal Blue jersey for Black Friday. The moment I put it on, the Oil turned it around from 2-9-1 to 24-2. The jersey was lost at Greta after Game 6. I think they're on sale again. Do I pull the trigger?
Yes.
Yes.
We
We
need
all
you.
have to play our parts. I got to think about what I can do to help.
I was thinking about this today, too. Should we all burn something? Like in a barrel? Like
Well,
a
okay, wait, we need a
sacrifice?
Smudge.
What about our idea from the other day off the air?
Move seats? Oh. I mean, it's something to consider.
If it's
Alex
not,
Plant?
if the road trip
Yeah.
doesn't get better, we're killing we're killing Alex Plant.
if we haven't already.
Oh, man.
Although new life is clearly growing out of Alex Plant right here. Maybe all we
Vibrant
need.
Alex Plant
Look
is
at it. You can
for
just
Oilers.
see the little piece of it next to Jay.
I get emotional thinking about having to kill him, but at this point, I'm just out of options.
Well, I'll never forget the day Reese actually killed him. And then we had to revive him.
He's been through a lot with
Can
us.
you revive the season?
You can. They're actually on pace for the same amount of points as last season, which is just
The Oilers
hilarious.
are?
I believe so, yeah.
How
there's no
could
way.
they be on pace
They're
for the same
500.
amount of points? Yeah.
Aren't they? I'm sure they are.
They're
Maybe
playing.
I looked yesterday.
Oh, in terms of they like at this point in the season versus last.
I believe so,
Yeah,
yeah.
year over year, they're at the same
Yeah.
point.
So last year, the Oilers finished the season with a .616 save percentage.
Win percentage.
yeah.
616
And
is what they have right now.
it's probably close to save percentage.
How many games are they at now? 21?
No, 22.
22? Yeah, I'm almost there then. One sec. Last year, through 22 games, the Oilers had 24 points. So they had 2 more points.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Could be worse.
Oh, wait. What were they through 23 games?
Oh, here we go.
Sorry. Swiping. Wow, they had a lot of days off.
22 games, 22
20
points. Of course.
No, they started winning at this point. So
Damn.
they got to start winning.
We're
That's the
right
bottom
there.
line.
Yeah. Oh, really? Bold take.
They got to find a way to turn this thing around, man. And again, like, Stu Skinner needed to be better last night. Okay, I'm going to start this show with a take, and then we will get into a whole bunch of other areas. And again, Aaron, you just yell at me when Jeff's here. Last night felt a little bit, and again, I am not one to call for a coaching change. I think a coaching change is a bad idea. Last night kind of felt like Chris Knobloch was coaching for his life for a multitude of reasons. I thought maybe he was going to pull Stuart Skinner and say, all right, we're on to Tampa Bay tomorrow. And he didn't. I thought he was just going to play Pickard and they'd go right back to Stu tonight. He didn't. He dressed 7 defensemen and basically only played 6 of them. He had no interest in playing Alec Regula. He barely played Ty Emberson. And then he started barely playing Brett Kulak, which, albeit deserved, he was running guys into the ground last night. Connor and Leon played a ton in that hockey game. And I was just sitting there watching the way he was handling the minutes for some of these big guys. And I was like, this is what a coach does if they're worried about every single result and not so much the bigger picture, especially when you're playing back-to-back games. And I know the Oilers need a win right now, so maybe Knobloch just kind of recognized that, hey, we're still in this game somehow, so let's play the big dogs and try to squeak out a victory here. Knowing how tall of a task tonight against the Tampa Bay Lightning is, maybe. But there was just a little part of me that's like, and hey, listen, I'm an Oilers fan. We are all lifelong Oilers fans. We know the signs, gentlemen. That felt a little bit like a coach who's like, oh shit, if I don't start winning, I'm in trouble. And I don't think it's entirely fair. I don't think it should be the case. That's just what it looked like to me.
It was, yeah, like everything you pointed out is accurate. Like they were doing their best to try to, I guess, get the result. What's the motive? That's what's up for debate. But yeah, it was the boys. The big guys were going. Connor seemed like he was pretty activated, but
Great.
I hope. Well, I you know what? I don't even know what I'm cheering for anymore. Maybe I want a coaching change. I don't know.
We can't do that though.
Well, I don't know, mate, but like if this just if like we're in just this like malaise right now, like
Yeah.
if we're 2 weeks, 2 weeks from now and it's the same shit, what lever gets pulled? And we're talking about crappy defensemen, and we had a little guy with the heart of a lion we just set free, which probably we should be playing.
Troy Stetcher, I mean, to argue against that, he sucked this year.
Well, everyone sucks.
I know, but like
and he's barely played.
he was still, in what he barely played, he was way worse than the other guys. And he stopped being the Nurse whisperer. Him and Nurse got caved. So like, I don't know. They had to send someone down, and they made the choice to not send down the younger guys with term. I don't fully blame them for that. They also tried to trade Troy Stetcher to every team in the league, and everyone said no.
Fair.
Again, probably recognizing that Edmonton had to do something, but like you can't keep everyone. Who would you have waived instead of them, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, once again, I'm out of ideas.
I'll disagree with you, Ty.
Yep.
I don't think he was coaching for his life. I don't even think, when you kind of break it down, those guys were like that overplayed, to be honest. Yes, they play 24 minutes. They always play 24 minutes. But you look through it, McDavid had 20 shifts. That's the lowest he's had since the Colorado game. And before that, that's the lowest he's had since the Devils game. I just think those guys, you play 11 forwards, those guys are out there a lot more. You look at the breakdown at 5-on-5. McDavid wasn't even the highest 5-on-5 player last night. It was Jack Roslovic. McDavid had 17:43. Podkolzin was only 15:27. I just think it was got to a point where it was just like, those guys, you needed to win a game. And they had a great opportunity to win the game, and I think those guys were playing well, and they should be playing.
Anytime they put themselves in a position to, we would then give up a goal.
Yeah.
Totally. But that's not the argument. The argument was, why were those guys played so much? And I think on the blue line, there was the Regula thing. It's just like, well, what is he going to bring to you offensively? Pretty much nothing. And you have to push. You're pushing at that point. I would have sat him too. They basically sat Emberson and Kulak in the same breath. So, yeah, I'm not really that worried about Knobloch coaching for his life, because they need to win. They need to win hockey games. They should be coaching with desperation, and they should be playing with way more desperation.
We need the Paul Coffey, Stone Cold Steve Austin come out into the arena.
So Friedman wrote about that on 32 Thoughts and said he'd kind of maybe heard that there was a chance the Oilers asked Paul Coffey to come back, but Friedman wrote in the same point. He was like, I was pushed back on that. Like, it didn't actually. It's not happening. And I can understand that. I mean, you hear the reports about how they butted heads. Like, I'm a little bit...
I think a veteran coach, a veteran presence on the bench is something needed. Might not be Coffey. It might be someone with just like a bit more NHL coaching experience too. That might be helpful.
Also, with the whole thing about Coffey being maybe asked, was he who? I'm curious about how these reports are getting out that Paul Coffey and someone butted heads. You know what I mean? I'd be curious to know. That's all. Anyways, last night did not start well for the Oilers. And this is again where like last night in a vacuum in terms of like their effort at 5, it wasn't overly frustrating. Like that actually, in a weird way, kind of looked like the Oilers of old again. It's very similar to the Columbus loss on this road trip, where like we came out of that game and I was like, oh, I'm not mad that they lost this game. I'm mad they lost this game because they've lost 3 other ones that I'm pissed off about. Like, if that makes any sense.
In a vacuum, it's not as bad as an individual game.
They scored. They dominated the third.
Yeah.
There were signs there that you're like, okay, I think this Oilers team's back. They got a depth goal. Darnell Nurse had a great game, scored twice. They put pucks on net with traffic and got deflections. And, like, all of this stuff was so good. But
everything else was not.
And the goaltending was bad last night. And I kind of laughed to you guys before the show. I was like, man, Stu's probably pissed at Thompson because you know what? If Logan Thompson has a good game and Edmonton loses that one 5-1, I don't even know if we're talking about Stu that much, right? We're talking about an anemic offense and all of this stuff. Like, Stu's game looks way worse because the Oilers gave him offensive support for once, and then he couldn't play well. He couldn't even give them average when he's been giving them average for the bulk of the season. So, like, that's where my frustration is. It's not even like I'm that mad about how they played. I actually think if they played that way more often than not, they're going to win more games than they lose the rest of this season.
But those are track meets.
Yeah.
Every game can't be a track meet.
I know.
And if it needs to be, then we're toast.
Yeah. It wasn't their worst game. The losses are just piling on. That's what Villa says. GM should get a goalie before he fires the coach. He totally should. And I mean, you could have argued that a couple of years ago with Woodcroft, the choice should have also been go get a goalie before you fire the coach. But they fired the coach, and Calvin Pickard came up and played well. Like they at least did the Campbell for Pickard swap, I suppose. We're probably getting pretty close to that decision having to come for Edmonton. We had Ryan Holt on yesterday, if you guys missed it, and I asked him point blank. I said, "Are the numbers worse than the play for Calvin Ingram? Like, does he look better than the numbers suggest?" And Holty said, "Absolutely."
Connor Ingram.
Ingram, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
who
you
did I
said
say?
Pickard.
Sorry.
Yeah. The numbers suggest he's been bad. Eyes would also suggest for Pickard.
For Pickard, yes. But for Ingram, the eyes suggest he's maybe a little bit more ready. So, I don't know.
Did he say, like, who else should come up?
Gerventi was another player he suggested has been playing well enough to play. And he said Coward had done well so far in his start, but obviously
4
we know
points
he's
in
not
2
coming back
games for
anytime
Coward
soon.
in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
What about getting some sandpaper up here with Clattenburg?
Friedman wrote about that today on 32 Thoughts as well.
Like we showed a little bit of physicality.
The problem is Clattenburg, like, it's very obvious he can't play at this level yet.
The coach said it too.
Chalk.
Yeah, he mentioned in one of his interviews that he's like, we love it. Like, he had 3 fights and was his first start of the game or something. He's like, it's great. But like, we also told him he needs to be able to stay on the ice a little bit too. But it's a positive. Like, there's very few players, not even in the organization at all, that'll play like him. I wouldn't call him up yet. I understand the idea. And
I'd
the
call up
fun of it,
Jarventi.
I don't think it's out of the question. It's interesting, the money thing, isn't it? I don't know what they're going to do, but like, I mean, Philp and Lazar, like, especially Philp, like, I just wonder how much more life he has in the NHL.
Probably not a lot, and that breaks my heart, but it's probably not a lot. 27-year-old right shot centerman. I was hoping for a little bit more out of him over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That Tomasek goal last night was their first bottom 6 goal this month.
Great goal, too. Really
Awesome
nice
goal.
finish.
Great goal.
Awesome goal.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a building block for him, right? Maybe tonight against Tampa, and it's the second half of a doubleheader, so we don't know their lines or anything, but like maybe he's earned himself some shifts with some more skill.
But yeah, bottom 6 showed some life in moments.
Yeah, I thought Frederick had a good game. Like,
Yeah, he was more noticeable.
yeah,
And he was rewarded with 14 minutes, almost close to 15 minutes of time on ice.
Yep.
That's probably one of his highs in a while.
the Tomasek goal was a great feed from Mangiapane, who still pissed me off a lot last night, but not as much as it usually pisses me off. So
Revenge game assist.
Sure. The only thing that still drives me nuts about Trent Frederick is sometimes when he goes to hit a guy, it's almost like he's hitting the guy because he's been told he has to hit him, not because he wants to.
Not with
like,
purpose.
Like, he'll go and he'll like skate, and then he gets like me to you, OAJ, and then he slows down and just kind of goes like, huh, like puts his arm at him, and then like turns around and skates away. And it's like, keep skating. Take 2 more hard strides and hammer the guy. Maybe once in a while you'll get a charging penalty, but like, who cares?
It's interesting. That St. Louis game, I think, is for Frederick, that is, you can spot as like, that was a physical game from him. They gave him 15 minutes, 45 seconds time on ice. Yesterday, he led the team in hits with 4, and he had 40 minutes and 40. So like, he's clearly being rewarded for his physical play, and he also had 6 shots on goal. He's got to keep going with him. He has to stay consistent. They need him pretty bad to do something.
Well,
You're going to need some line to click and give you like a stellar source of 5-on-5 offense. So, yeah.
3, 5, and 5 goals yesterday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
this is where we're at. We just need something from someone somewhere.
I mean,
Somehow.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday, too, like, you get something from Tomasek. And it's like, the fact you did, like, and this also pissed me off, but like, Ekholm gets those 2 chances in tight, and you're like, how did neither one of those go in? The feedback door. And then Ekholm, this is not something you want to see a vet do. Ekholm does the dumb thing of he's mad he didn't score, slashes a guy, and it zaps all the life out of you because you have to go kill a penalty. Granted, they almost scored shorthanded.
Yes. But Colson should have been able to bear down on that one and get it on net. Like, he had it. It was there. It's not like Leon ripped the pass.
Yeah. Anyways, plenty of reasons to be frustrated from last night. Someone said, let's have a conversation about Brett Kulak, what's happened to him, so let's do it. Aaron, do you have the images? I sure do. I mean, this is about as damning as it can get for a defenseman when you look at these 3 pictures. It's the first goal. Where's Brett Kulak? Puck's in the back of the net. There's a guy between him and the goalie. It's 1-0 Washington. Let's see how it becomes 2-0 Washington. There's Brett Kulak. The puck at this point has just gotten into the net. There is a capital between him and his goalie. He's doing more harm than good here, screening his netminder and still not taking a guy out of the play. Decent tip by Ovi. But again, if you're Brett Kulak and you're in that area, you're either blocking the shot or don't be there. You need to either block the shot or box a guy out. And he did neither of those two things. It's 2-0 Washington. How does it become 3-0 Washington? Not ideal. Not how I'd imagine Mark Stewart is coaching up Brett Kulak. Probably doesn't say, look like you're being walked like a dog. Some guys are into that.
God,
I don't want my defenseman to be into it.
We've never really done a freeze frame on a defenseman before.
Well, we have now.
Yeah, that's pretty damning.
Had to bust out the give a shit meter yesterday. Like, it's...
Joey earlier was asking for personalized give a shit meters. Something to consider down the road.
Like,
if this
for every
continues.
player. So, okay, well, hey, let's do it. Let's go down the roster. Who last night, if 50% is... no, we can't do 50. If 75% is the acceptable level for give a shit, who are the guys that you would say were positives on the give a shit side of things? Connor and Leon were good.
Nurse.
Pods was good.
Frederick, we just gave him a bit of
Frederick
flour.
was good.
Hyman's still trying to get his motor going, but Hyman
Hyman
was
for
going.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
He had 3 hits.
I don't think Nurse, but I don't think another defenseman gets it.
Bouchard played okay.
But he doesn't- he
obviously
doesn't
had his
get give a
bad
shit,
moment.
And then
I
the
guess
goal
give a
sucked.
shit,
Yeah, the goal sucked. 33% of your lineup had what we would deem an acceptable level of give a shit last night.
Well, I'm sure
that needs to be
Regula
more.
gave a shit for his minute 33.
That was insane too. Like, he got 3 shifts in that hockey game. Why did you keep, why were they still playing Brett Kulak that much? I don't know. And granted, they dialed back his minutes. They basically played, again, 4 defensemen last night, and they had 7 of them dressed. That's crazy. It's crazy.
It'll be interesting to see if they do any changes next game. And I know the injuries, but will they just play 6 defensemen? What if Brett Kulak's that bad that you just won't play him?
But you're never going to intentionally put yourself a man short.
I guess, yeah, that's true. That's fair.
There was a wild debate on the big program this morning between Laddie Schmid and Kevin Karius, where Laddie was saying, play 11 and 6, play 11 and 6. And Karius was like, what? That just logically doesn't make any sense. Why would you not? And Schmid was adamant that they should only be playing 6. It was a wild conflict.
Put a guy on the bench as a gross. That's basically what they did with Regula. They basically played 11 and 6 last night, but
he's going to sit in the press box regardless. Might as well sit in the bench.
because if a guy blocks a shot and breaks his foot, at least you have someone. So you play 11 and 7.
Big program was spicy this morning.
I like to hear it.
Comment, that's terrible coaching not using all 3 of your parents, not when one of them is -3 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, which again, but just bench Kulak and play Regula and Emberson.
Especially, too, when you have, that would be 4 left shot defensemen.
Yep, you have the option to do it
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
When do we want to talk about roster construction?
So, okay, what would you change on this roster? Currently, let's roll back the times. Because hindsight is what it is. And we can all see right now it's not working. But the blue line's the same as it was last year when it was doing well.
So clearly, Eki's injury is lingering because
Okay.
he is not the same. We tied up Wallman. We'd have to play better along the fringes around kind of the core of, I guess, Nurse, Boosh. We locked up for Big Smoke. So I guess it's what could you have done with your 6 defensemen, I guess, is a question mark.
Your 6 defensemen, you gave a chance to 2 24, 25-years-olds to claim a spot.
Which is kind of smart business. And
you-
you had your
you don't-
insurance and
you-
Stetcher, and he didn't win the
You
job.
don't want to hear what I actually want to say.
Because you want to say,
because you want to say
Boosh.
And what we
Bouchard.
should have done.
Okay, that's fine. So you think...
I just don't think
and
you're-
then it goes back once again, though. It's systemic, right? It's what did we do to address bottom 6 depth?
They did a lot.
Their
bets aren't-
I'm just looking at 22 games in.
I know, but
so that's roster construction. Those were decisions that were made to construct the roster. So the roster ain't performing. So when do we call it that? When do we say the roster isn't strong enough?
2026. I will not say it until then.
Okay. It's the defense core. Everyone thinks this was a heavily touted D core going into this season. I was not convinced, and we're sitting here talking about piss poor defense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's it. I think, and we had some stuff under our nose that we let go, and this goes back over a few years. Like I said, it's systemic. And, Connor and Leon are out of gas, and they're the sole reason why we get dragged to the playoffs. And we got better performances out of our defense along the way, but we're not getting it right now.
But if we can look at this blue line that was so good in the playoffs, and it's basically the same guys with Ekholm.
Can they wake up? Can they find smelling salts?
And
I'm just asking when.
Yeah.
Because when do they become the third best D-core in the league?
So
now I'm asking, can they?
I think if you want to question roster construction, like I'll go back to what we were thinking, let's call it June 26th, right? We just watched a blue line that for 3 rounds of the playoffs, the blue line without Ekholm was elite. Evan Bouchard was like, holy shit, he's grown into a number 1 defenseman. He learned how to penalty. Like, we were heaping praises on the blue line, and we're sitting there going like, oh my God, next year, a full year of Jake Wallman here, a healthy Matthias Ekholm. Like, this blue line shouldn't have been a problem. So that's why they spent on the forward group, right? Because you were losing Perry, you were losing Brown. You had to move on from Kane. That was a financially driven decision. Like, you could not afford Evander Kane in your lineup this year. So what did they do? They went and got Mangiapane. They went and signed Trent Frederick. Those are 2 bets that they made. Those 2 bets haven't worked out so far. So, like, I struggle with, like, and then Savoy and Howard are another 2 pieces of this whole thing.
Yeah.
But, like, I think they had the right ideas, but they made the wrong bets, clearly. Like, yeah, like it's 22 games into a contract. What's 8 times 82? Trent Frederick's got a lot of games left to go in this deal. We're 22 games in. Maybe it's stupid to sit here and say it's a bad contract already, but like, it's a bad contract already. Andrew Mangiapane, you're sitting there and it's just another case. And maybe when you use the word systemic, I think maybe there's another interesting way to take that. How come Trent Frederick can play with an aging James Van Riemsdyk in Boston and score 18 goals, most of them at even strength, and then come to Edmonton and can't piss a drop? How come Andrew Mangiapane can score 14 goals with Lars Eller as his centerman and comes to Edmonton and can't piss a drop? How come Jeff Skinner can score 25 plus even strength goals a year in the dumpster fire that is Buffalo, comes to Edmonton, can't piss a drop? How come Victor Arvidsson is a perennial 25 goal guy everywhere he goes, comes to Edmonton, can't piss a drop? So, like, is the at some point, I think you also need to ask, is the common problem the guys they're bringing in? Has Edmonton legitimately just made 6 consecutive horrendous bets with forwards? Or is there an issue with how they use these guys when they get here? Does every good zone start go to your superstars? Does every time you have the other team gassed off an icing, it goes to the superstars? And listen, other teams play their good players a lot too. I'm not saying that, like, you shouldn't play Connor and Leon, but, like, and maybe I don't even know the answer to the question, but, like, why? How come every single time a guy comes to Edmonton, they are significantly worse here than they were anywhere else? The only exception being Zach Hyman, who gets to play all his minutes and gets PP one time. Like, I think that's a valid question at some point, is to be like, what's broken here? Let's use the Bob Nicholson line. What's in the water here that every time a 25-plus goal guy comes here, his hands turn? Connor Brown rolled out of bed for 4 straight NHL seasons and scored 20 goals, and he came to Edmonton, and it took him 72 games to find the back of the net. That's insane.
It kind of leaves you speechless. It really does.
It's wild.
Yeah, Roslovic really is the only other positive.
Shout out
Roslovic.
Roslovic.
He's done a good job.
Yeah.
And the only difference is he didn't go through a training camp.
Yeah. Maybe we got to wait a month and then Jack Roslovic will start to suck. Maybe he hasn't had enough of the water yet.
Yeah, maybe he's not. Maybe he's just sticking to bottled.
Not played at home enough.
Although, hey, there's nothing wrong with the glass from the Sask. Yeah, it's true.
Not played at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's, to answer your question, Jay. Again, I know we did this yesterday, but I think I want to see a good stretch at home too. To, like, see how they do that, and, like, does it actually make a difference? Are they just a bad road team? You look at the LA Kings last season, and what they lose? Once or twice, 4 times, whatever it was, on home ice, and on the road they were just 500.
Can I?
I'd love to get to that.
Can I show you a clip from? Do you have it from the Oilers Plus from before the season? This is from like a preseason clip of Oilers Plus, and this is Chris Knobloch talking about this road trip.
How about November? That road trip? That's the 6-gamer.
Is that the CFR road trip?
Up and down.
Oh, just up and down. That's. So Noah saying this back-to-back, they've done it before. Washington, Tampa Bay, back-to-back. We get into the hotel about 3:30.
I mean, he's literally in whatever that is, August or September, being like, what about that road trip in November, and shaking his head. Like, I think maybe a part of the reason why he's not freaking out, maybe they just looked at that and were like, well, that sucks. Let's just get through that. And maybe that was in their psyche too much. Like, oh, this dog shit road trip.
It's fair to say that. Like, it is a tough road trip. And it's tough opponents. All 7 games. 5 of the games should have been tougher, not including Philly and Boston. Philly and Buffalo, sorry. Like, they shouldn't have been as hard as they were for the Oilers in those games. But it's true. Like, you do look at the schedule at the start of the year.
They're losing
like,
the games
tough.
they should be winning on a shitty road trip. They squeaked out a win they probably, which was more challenging in Carolina. And now they lost the game last night. They should have won. And it's only going to get harder before it gets easier.
And again, it's compounding because before the road trip, it wasn't good enough. They got smoked 9-1 and they lost 3 in a row and all of that shit. But like, well, I'll keep going back to this term. It's my new bridge too far. But like in a vacuum, let's say they squeak one more out on this trip and they finish this road trip 3-4.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's so delicate right now. You're right. Like they win the next 2 and it's like, okay. They're waking up.
Yeah. But again, if they were 10-6-2 coming into the trip, we wouldn't have cared if they went 3-4, but it's everything else.
But when you have Washington, Tampa, and to Knobloch's point, you're getting into Tampa at the hotel at 2:30 in the morning. You got to win Washington and just accept defeat on the next game. And now we've done the reverse. Can they overcome that? They're going to be tired. Mm-hmm. They're pissed. Like they're deflated. Like that was a deflating loss.
They all are.
But that one, like they had the run support.
Yeah, they did.
And then they got caved 7-4.
Yep. All right, let's get out to the Star Mechanical guest line. It's Edmonton's #1 plumbing and heating company. We don't have much time with our friend Jeff Merrick as he joins us live from on the road in Washington. Jeff, you were in attendance for that game last night between the Edmonton Oilers and the Washington Capitals, and it felt like 80s night on the ice.
Well, listen, it was 80s night there last night too, and I, as a kid of the 80s, I appreciated all the take on me aha moments. But they're 2 empty netters. Like I know that the game was wide open and there's a lot of candy around the net for everybody, but yeah, it was 2 empty netters. But still, by the way, I spoke to Stan Bowman before the game, and one of the things that we talked about was. And I know Oilers fans are not going to want to hear this. I get it. But one of the best traits you can have as a general manager is patience. And not just walk into any trade or any situation where, like right now, no one's trying to do the Oilers any favors. And the one thing that is funny, because when Stan was talking about it, he sort of couched it in comparison to his dad, who was, he was a manager, a couple of different times, most notably with the Buffalo Sabres. He would always sort of run hot and be really emotional. And Stan would always talk about the reason he wanted to be a manager is because he was a lot cooler and chilled and more patient than his father was. I don't know that Edmonton, as much as we know where the issues are and they know where the issues are, I don't think Edmonton's going to rush into any situation here if they're not sure 100% that it's going to help the team. If we're expecting like a knee-jerk reaction to last night's game or whatever happens against Tampa and Florida, I don't know that we get it out of Stan Bowman.
So they're not going to have a new goalie in the locker room when they get home on Monday.
Well, listen, that's. I know that Bouchard is really hearing it for the second Ryan Leonard goal, and I get that. But again, like that's a frozen Stuart Skinner on that play. Ryan Leonard's cutting from right to left. He's got some back pressure on Bouchard. It should be an easy, I shouldn't say easy, but an easier read than it was for Stuart Skinner. Like Leonard's only got one option at that play. Like he's going backhand. Like that should be, as goalie coaches tell me, a pretty easy read for Stuart Skinner. And he flubbed that one too. That's not lost on the organization. I think the season so far for Stuart Skinner is not lost on the organization. I just don't know that this means like knee jerk, all of a sudden Stan Bowman's going to do something. I still think they take their time with this one.
We've had a debate back-to-back days on the show, Jeff, of roster construction. I'm curious what you think of this Oilers roster and the bets they made over the summer on guys like Frederick Mangiapane, whilst letting guys like Connor Brown and Corey Perry walk out the door.
You know, the Perry one really stings too. You know, I mean, listen, the depth scoring has been an issue for the Edmonton Oilers all year. It's kind of like, you know, I was saying this the other day on the sheet. This is the first time I've sort of seen the Oilers look like the Oilers under Dave Tippett. And this isn't a shot at Chris Knobloch here. It's one specific reason that I'm getting at. I mean, you guys were there for the Oilers days where it was like everybody just seemed to be waiting for Connor and Leon to do something because they were the only guys that were going to do something. Oh, don't worry, we're down a puck in the third period. Connor and Leon are going to do something and we'll win this game, or we're going to be back in this game. That's kind of like how it feels right now. Like the depth contributions are not there. And like we look at this Oilers team this year, and you know, you guys have made the same points. Like they don't seem to be as constructed right now, as good as that team we saw the last couple of seasons. Even though, you know, the nuclear missiles are still there, something's missing. I agree with you. Like Corey Perry really, really stings. Now, Jack Roslovic is certainly scoring goals. I just don't know, given the style of his play, that the goals that he can score now in the regular season, if that time and space is available for him in the playoffs, is his game going to translate? Don't know about that one. Historically, the answer has been no. But I think we look at this Oilers team right now, clearly, guys, and say they're not as good as the last couple of years, and they need more contributions from the bottom six. It can't just be the Leon show and the Connor McDavid show. I know there are complications with the blue line. I know there are complications with the net minding, but they need more contributions from the bottom six, clearly. So long-winded way, Liam, of saying, yeah, the early returns haven't been there for the Oilers.
So I'll ask you the impossible question that I threw out like 10 minutes before you joined us and popped on, but it was like, how come none of these bets work? Like Arvidsson is a 25-plus goal guy. Skinner, when they bring him in, and even to this year, Trent Frederick scored 18 goals on the Bruins' third line in back-to-back years or whatever it was, and they come here and they can't do anything. Like, what causes that? There's no way the Oilers are just wrong this much, right?
No, it's a great point, and if I had the answer to that, I would sell it to Stan Bowman. Honestly, it's one of those, like there are some bizarre things that happen around the NHL. You know, Columbus's inability to get a center, for example. The going back to Bernie Parent era Philadelphia Flyers, that organization's inability to find proper goaltending. I don't know what it is right now with this team and bringing in other players, only to watch them have softer seasons by their standards. I just don't know. It's a really, really bad talk radio answer, but I respect you too much to bullshit you. I don't know what it is. Nobody does.
Wrap up with the Bolts.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about Tampa Bay, Jeff. What can you tell us about this team? Sure. Because there's a guy on their blue line, and I mean this respectfully, I have never heard of him before.
Yeah.
Which one?
Listen, there's that's the Tampa Bay story is a great one, and this is why I never bet against the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're kind of like San Jose was in the Thornton Marlowe era. The only difference being they have cups. It's a team that the minute you bet against them, they make you look foolish. Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of guys that are on that team that are bluntly going to the Hall of Fame. And we all know who they are. And as scary as they are right now, a guy like Braden Point is still not having a good season by Braden Point or other measurables. So there's still a team that can get better than there. I think what they've been able to put together, and a lot of this goes right to John Cooper, is we always talk about team mentalities and how you can tell if a team is really together. First of all, the battery between Liam is a goal. Syracuse is they play in Tampa, and it's been that way going back to when Norfolk was the farm team and John Cooper was the head coach, and they were winning Calder Cups. So there isn't a sharp adjustment you have to make at all when you get called up from the American Hockey League. The other thing that Tampa does really well, and this goes up and down the lineup, this goes up and down the bench. When something happens to one of them, their mentality is to all of us. Like when one of their guys gets run over, it doesn't matter who's on the ice. It's Kucherov, it's Point, it's Cirelli, it's McDonough. It doesn't matter. It's attack, and everybody does it. You will never see a situation where someone runs over someone from the Tampa Bay Lightning and the guys look down to cut the laces of their skates. That will never happen. That has happened with teams. And we think about Tage Thompson and Stefan Nason last year in that infamous game with the Buffalo Sabres, which I still think that bothers Tage Thompson nonetheless. But that will never happen. Tampa. That is why you look at Tampa, and you're right, Liam. Every now and then you grab the game sheet, you're like, who's that? Like, you have to be a pretty big hardcore fan of the American Hockey League to know a lot of these names. They progress from the American League to Tampa seamlessly, like an Olympic diver into water. And if you don't buy into this idea that we're all doing it together, there's no room for you with the Tampa Bay Lightning. It doesn't matter who you are, or more importantly, who you think you are. They all blend on this team. And that's where Florida got this idea from, right? It's the old Islanders motif. You fight one, you fight all. They drag everybody into every single game and every single battle. It's a really impressive team. That's why, they could have won the Stanley Cup last year. They faced off against the Panthers in the first round. I never bet against Tampa, Liam. I never bet against Tampa.
Jeff, you were a great teammate for joining us from your Uber. Seeing you bundled up in that scarf, by the way, reminded me of our great memories of being in Jasper together last year at the Fairmont JPL and at the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament.
It's coming again. I get to watch. You get to see how I can overhandle the puck and turn it over in all three zones.
That's pond hockey.
Sounds like the Oilers.
That's pond hockey, yeah. Jeff, appreciate your time. Thanks for doing this, and we'll see you in January and next week.
Enjoy the sights. Enjoy the sights on my way to Dallas. Have a good one, boys.
See you, Jeff.
See you, Jeff.
There you go, Jeff Merrick on the Star Mechanical Guest Line. His appearance also brought to you by our friends at Greta Arcade Bar, Street Food, watching the game, having a night out with your boys, just going for a night out, maybe a date night. Greta, great spot for all of it. Check them out right in the heart of downtown Edmonton. And yes, maybe I can just keep going. The Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament registration back open, nationgear.ca. I was talking with some of the boys from Star Mechanical. They might put in a team.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be great to have.
Red was texting me.
Red. That was Red.
I think he's good.
I'm trying to get the post-game chat to sign up their own team and that I can join as a member so I can play against you guys.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, that
Gotta get my way in somehow. I'll find it.
Like a mosaic team of listeners that'll go play pond hockey together.
Exactly.
That's not bad. January 23rd to 25th, they put on an incredible event. We are very happy to be a part of it. Once again, nationgear.ca to find out more information there. Do you want to play a game of depressing stats, Jay?
Yeah, I do.
I give you no choice. We're playing it.
Jeff's comments about the pack mentality of.
I wish we had it.
Oh.
But it's okay. But it'd be an interesting little bit of investigative journalism to go back to the start of that Bolts team. How did it begin? Who were the guys who initially dragged them into that fight? Was it like something John Cooper just put his foot down and said, like, if you don't do that? Was it the star players who maybe did that? I don't know.
I think it starts with Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He helps establish the culture, and then the players buy in, and then you get your stars to buy in, so everyone buys in.
And the culture came through with him, like Jeff said. He was
Yeah.
the Calder Cup coach. All those players came through. What was it? Tyler Johnson was one of them.
He was on the sheet today.
Brown? Was it JC Brown? Like, there's a bunch of guys who came through on that team. It was really impressive. And he was a coach of that team, so the mentality that they win, they go up and do it again.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Depressing stats.
Hit me.
Play along in the YouTube chat, please. How many consecutive saves do you think Stuart Skinner needs to get back to a 900 save percentage?
Geez.
How many straight saves does he have to make for his save percentage to get to 900?
87.
There's the numbers for reference. So you're going to say 87 for Stu. I'll let some people get some answers in, and then we'll keep going. And now I'll ask you the same question for Calvin Pickard.
Well,
Played fewer games.
Fewer games, yeah. I'll say 82.
Stu Skinner needs 72 saves
That was close.
to get back to 100. So we're looking somewhere in the range of 7 to 8 periods of shutout hockey.
Yeah.
Calvin Pickard needs 110.
What? He's played less games. He's got less. The denominator's smaller.
Yeah, he's stopped 132 of the 159 pucks he's saved so far. He'd have to get up to, again, 242 saves to have that thing get north of 900. So for him, that's about 4 to 5 straight shutouts. Just to get back to basically what he was last year. Anyways, I think those two numbers kind of illustrate how bad it's gotten here, boys.
Kyle's in net tonight, right? He has to be.
I think, yeah. If he's not in net tonight, then Connor Ingram better be on a plane up tomorrow, because if you don't trust him for this one, he is currently unconfirmed going up against a likely Andre Vasilevsky on the daily faceoff starting goalie.
It's not unconfirmed. Knobloch said it. Didn't he say it yesterday, Aaron, in his thing? I'm sure someone wrote it. Someone wrote it on somewhere.
I can try to find it.
I don't know if I heard
Let
him say
me
it.
look. I'll do some research.
Logic would dictate, and then I worry. I don't think he's getting 100 straight saves starting against Tampa Bay Lightning.
If our friends at Bet365 had a line that was Calvin Pickard's save percentage tonight, and I set it at 830, you're taking the over or the under?
I'm taking the over.
Really?
Yeah, I just think I think we'll play different. I think we'll play different in front of them.
Liam and I were, I would say, pretty...
We haven't been yet this season,
No.
but we normally do.
Liam and I were pretty pessimistic coming into
It's hard not to be.
Today's show. And then about 2 minutes before the show started, I kind of turned to you and I said, son of a bitch, I think they might win this one. Because that's kind of what the Oilers do.
Yeah.
Just when you're like, well, I'm ready to give up on this team, they come and do something like beat the Tampa Bay Lightning on the second half of back-to-backs with a goalie who has an 830 save percentage.
Exactly. It has to be so backwards to kind of break the cycle.
Yeah.
And totally redeem themselves.
Yeah, that really is the line, Aaron. It's like
Oilers pulled off a 2-goal lead and won the game still against Carolina.
Yeah.
That's breaking the cycle.
Didn't make a ton of sense, but they do it. And
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
you win tonight. You just try to roll some positive momentum into Florida. Maybe going above 500 on this road trip isn't out of the question yet.
Yeah, it's funny how fickle things are right now. Mm-hmm. Because we're just not seeing any. If we just saw like 60% of their potential, the record in the season would be so much different. And we're not seeing it, and that's why it's just weird. Like last night, you're watching that game, and I'm like numb. I'm like, okay, like they made it interesting, but like they lost, and I'm like, all right.
There's one more comment in the YouTube chat that I wanted to get to really quick, and someone said maybe benching Kulak and ending his consecutive game streak would send a message to the locker room. And I've had it in my head since I read the comment probably about 20 minutes ago. That's one of those moves that a coach can go to that either wakes up the room or causes the entire room to turn on you. It is a swing out of your shoes kind of thing for a coach.
The room is delicate right now.
Brett Kulak has played 286 consecutive games for the Edmonton Oilers in the regular season. If you go and include playoffs and all of that, he's played another 75. So between playoffs and the regular season, Brett Kulak has played in all 361 games that the Edmonton Oilers have been in. He does not miss hockey games. He's been a warrior for you. He's been putrid. They're outscored 15-0 at 5-on-5 with him on the ice so far in the month of November. It's
damning.
bad.
That's damning.
If you bench him, does he respond to that? If you bench him, does your room go, holy shit, this is, everybody better buckle up because if they bench him, they'll bench anyone?
Yeah.
Or does your room go kind of like an F you to the coach? We win as a team, we lose as a team.
I have a feeling it's very delicate in the room right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just everything we're seeing is so weird and out of character, I guess. Mm-hmm. Unless it is character. We'll see. But right now, still holding on to that playoff hangover narrative and just waiting for the smelling salts to kick in. But I wonder if it's delicate in there right now.
I just want us to all keep this same energy and remember this feeling when we hit January. And we play this many home games in a row. We're going to look back fondly and laugh.
Yeah.
Like, we did it again. Damn it. There they go in January on a run.
And then I'll be the most arrogant Oilers fan going again. Right now, I
need that back, Jay. I
melancholy.
need some of that back. You're
They're
bumming
gonna
me
go.
out.
I want to have
Bumming me
some
out.
jam. Yeah.
11
You
home.
don't have jam. Yeah.
I have zero jam, but it's like I said, the fan base and the team couldn't be more aligned right now.
They have 11 home games, 4 road games. 11 home games, 4 road games in the month of January. I think they could, looking at that schedule and who some of the road games are against, 11-4 in January. Like, you should easily get one of those two in the doubleheader. So much hockey.
Yeah, the Olympics.
Hopefully, all the teams are playing.
Doubleheader, the Vancouver game. That's 2 road wins right there, and then you can sit there and go 9-2 at home. I think pretty easily. 11-4 in January.
I mean, they should.
They should.
They should. Just need to see that pulse.
Yep.
I have a thought on the Kulak thing. If we
Okay.
can just backtrack.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was waiting and we dove into that.
I
a
know.
little
I
bit.
rolled right through.
If the players get pissed about him being scratched, then what are they thinking? You know what I mean? Like, I understand, but like, at some point it's got to get to it where it's like, take the names out of it. Just look what they're doing. And he's playing terribly. Like, there's no justification of like why that guy, besides him being injured and having no players, why he should be in the lineup. He's playing awfully. He's been their worst defenseman. It's not particularly close. Maybe it is a little bit
But
closer.
it might support that it's delicate in the room.
I think
Right.
you're probably right on that thing too, but I just don't think it should cause an uproar between the players in that sense, because unfortunately he's not done enough to prove himself. It's interesting. He's a UFA. Like, he should be playing better than this. The whole thing is like he wants to play more, and that's why he's unsure if he wants to sign. I wouldn't sign him at all right now. I wouldn't even think about it.
If the Oilers can't handle Paul Coffey, I don't know how they'd handle that.
Good
Like
point.
that kind of thing.
Who was the last
We need a little-
significant player to get injured? To get scratched. Obviously, Jeff Skinner was someone last season.
Arvidsson would get health
would have
bombed.
been. But of the legit Oilers, we can call them.
Did Rico ever get?
I don't think Rico ever has been. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
No.
Ali's in the chat. Bouchard has been worst. Not really. At least he's providing some offense. His
You want-
mistakes are just so much more glaring, obviously,
'Cause
when
they're
they
always
happen.
goals.
But that's the first time yesterday in a while we've seen like a clear error from Bouchard where it's like, that was terrible.
Yep. Can I give you just a couple of 5-on-5 numbers here?
Please
So
do.
the 6 defensemen, we'll call them the core 6 defensemen who've played over 100 minutes at 5-on-5 this year. They've actually all played over 200 minutes as well. But
Every defenseman has, or just
just
this
these
group?
6,
Okay.
the Emberson, Bush, Wallman, Nurse, Ekholm, Kulak. These are their 5-on-5 goals for percentages. So again, how many goals for have you been on the ice for? How many goals against have you been on the ice for?
Okay.
Emberson leads the way, 50%.
He's been fine. He doesn't deserve to be out of the lineup as much as he is.
Bouchard is next at 48. Wallman is next at 45. Nurse is next at 44. Ekholm's next at 40. Then you go to 27% Brett Kulak.
That's goal share.
That's goal share.
So that means essentially
50
they've been on the ice for fewer goals.
Yeah.
More goals than
He's been
before.
outscored
Yeah.
21-8 this season at 5-on-5. Think about 50, 48, 45, 44, 40. Whoom. Elevator shaft.
How
27.
many points does he have?
He has 2 assists on the year.
Because at this point last year, I believe he
had 5
he had
goals.
7 goals all season.
Yeah.
That's really
Kulak
good for
goal
him.
tonight, folks.
Yep. 5-on-5 shots. Bush 59, Ekholm 57, Emberson's 53, Wallman's 49, and then Kulak's also 49, Nurse is 48. If you want to use the expected goals number as a way to be like, is it maybe bad luck? Is it just bad goaltending? Expected goals, Ekholm actually shoots up the most. He goes up to 54. Bush is 54. Emberson's actually 49, which tells you he's, again, playing solid hockey.
playing
Shots
well.
are from a good area, all that. Wallman's 45. Kulak actually goes up to 45, and Nurse is at 44.
Joey's in. He says, Kulak has been paired with defensive plugs. We literally just spoke about how Ty Emberson statistically is having a good season.
How is it 8-8 with Emberson on the ice, but 21-8 with Kulak on the ice?
It's kind of crazy.
What are those 13 goals? What's happening in those 13 goals? I'm actually really curious to see.
I bet Pulyavi was probably...
13 bad shift changes by Emberson.
He's just totally tanking them.
That's terrible shift changes.
I bet Pulyavi was the last significant player to actually get scratched. Thinking
Yeah,
about
probably.
it. Probably the last one.
I just looked up the The with and without use for Kulak and Emberson.
Damn. Here we go.
Together, it's 8-6 for the other team. Bad, but not horrendous.
You can live with it to an extent.
Emberson without Kulak, 2-0 Oilers. Kulak without Emberson is 13-2. Ay. Ugly. Who is seeing? Oh, Regula Kulak is 5-0 for the other team. That's pretty bad.
Nurse and Bouchard went terrible yesterday together, actually. That seemed to be a decent little pair.
They've actually, over the last 3 years, their numbers are fine. Maybe it's a little bit more tire fire. I was talking about this yesterday when I was on the Jason Greger show. Over the last 3 years, they haven't been an issue, and I do kind of like the look of it right now because it gives every role a very defined meaning. Nurse and Bouch, score. Ozone, you play with Connor and Leon, push the pace. If you want to be reckless, go right ahead and be reckless. You'll be reckless together, but it's in the name of offense.
And the love.
Yeah, sure, in the name of love. Kulak Ekholm, I think it probably should be Wallman Ekholm at this point, if I'm being honest, but whatever. Whoever you put with Ekholm, you're looking at them going, D-zone, chip the puck out. Your goal is to get us ozone draws. We don't need goals, just get us ozone draws. Survive.
What if should be Ekholm Emberson?
I think there's a case for that.
I just wonder, when this team's healthy, what do you do with Kulak? I do think he's the leading candidate to get scratched.
You need everyone to get healthy, but yes.
Yeah, you just need one more forward.
Bouchard and Nurse over the last 3 seasons have played 250 5-on-5 minutes together. Goals are 16-12 with them on the ice. The expected goals for percentage is 60%. The numbers love them, which is interesting. Who did you just suggest? Ekholm and
Emberson.
And Emberson.
Off the top of my head. I think that'll be their third pairing next season. Not to get too far out of it, but
I think that's what the cap picture's kind of lining up to be. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. Oh, I accidentally said Matthias Janmark, not Matthias Ekholm.
How are they doing together?
Oilers get outscored when Emberson and Janmark are on the ice. They get outscored 16-8 over the last 3 years.
Damn it.
Emberson and Ekholm, 50 minutes. Goals are 2-0. Shots are 48-31. Liam, you're new Paul Coffey. Congratulations.
We're not hard enough. We got to be harder.
I can be harder.
All right, good.
Come on, Liam, get all right.
Spicy. Buttheads.
But
Bet365 game day betting challenge.
this has been abysmal.
Oh yeah, this is just a disaster.
I think what I'm doing is going to manifest an Oilers win.
My jaw dropped when I saw your bet. If it works, I'll respect it. If it doesn't,
I'm doing it for all of us. I'm getting a spray tan for all of us.
we don't need to worry about the standings because we all stink.
Yeah.
I am taking one. I'm a Jay Downton-esque swing.
Oh,
It's plus 600. McDavid and Bouch 3 shots. Vasilevsky over 24.5 saves. I think the Oilers will score like 4 goals on 30 shots tonight. Over 5.5 goals is the team total. I teased it earlier. My favorite bet of the year. I've never seen a flashing green light appear to me on the Bet365 app before. The over tonight is such a good play. Like, we've watched enough of this team. We don't need to kid ourselves. Over 6 goals.
if we're winning, it's because we are outscoring them. Well, yes, Mr. Captain Obvious, but like
It's also set
It's
at
track meet.
It's set at an even 6 and minus 120. So you can get a push on 6 goals.
Yeah.
It's a great bet. But in terms of my 365 game day betting challenge, plus 600, Connor and Bouch 3 shots apiece, Vasilevsky over 24.5 saves and over 5.5 goals. The reason this gets juicy is because you're playing a goalie saves over with the over in the total, and those kind of contradict itself. So plus 600. Liam?
The over.
Well, I'm riding with you.
you didn't know his bet?
No.
Oh,
My original bet was Jay's bet, and I changed it to Kucherov points, and I was like, the over sounds great. So,
like, did my bet inspire you to do that bet, or did
Yeah.
you have the same mind
no,
of doing the
well, I had this mindset yesterday, and I was like, I don't want to do that, but now I'm past that. I'm past it. So
I'm doing it to get the reverse because I'm betting for the Oilers and not winning. And I want the Oilers to win more than anything right now. So we're going Tampa Bay puck line plus
Stunned.
155.
I'm stunned.
Because either they're going to be the flat Oilers that they've been and they're going to get shelled because they're playing Tampa, or they're going to surprise us. And I'm totally fine with that.
Emotional hedge.
It's an emotional hedge.
Sue Hockey asked in the chat, has there ever been a scrap at your pond hockey event? I don't think it's scrap, but you did get hit with a puck once.
Yeah, I got hit in the chin with a puck. Yeah. Someone just rifled a pass at me and
up the middle, off the stick.
You can still, I can kind of feel where it was like scarred. I probably should have went and got stitches.
I'm sure there's been some verbal discussions.
Aaron Volpati was on Gregor's show yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I told Gregor, I said, playing, because Volpati played like 120 games in the NHL. Mm-hmm. Nothing humbles you more than playing against a guy like that, because it's just a good reminder of how terrible you are at hockey. I always say that in beer league too. Like, we have a couple of guys who got they played 2 years of junior A, and they're so much better than everyone. And I'm like, not to be, it means no disrespect, but it's like they were so far away from being far away.
Yeah.
And they're still so goddamn good at hockey. And then you play against someone like a Volpati or even Johnny Lazarus, who played college for 3-4 seasons. And it's holy shit. It's a totally different level.
Or Jay Rosehill.
Yeah.
You see him, you're like, geez.
I remember watching Jeff Wojcicki run practices for the defense, for the crew, and he would do it, and he'd do it perfectly every time. Obviously, it's his drill, but it was always so smooth. And they were like, hey, go. And then the first 3 guys would go and just fumble fuck their way through a drill. And it's like, oh, well, there's a big difference here.
That was a good swear.
Thank you.
That one flowed nicely.
Yeah, sorry, Dad.
Tony can't get mad at you for that one.
My dad called me out for swearing.
Ooh.
Yeah. He said it's not like you.
Maybe you are a little Paul Coffey
maybe
over here.
Liam,
we got spicy Liam.
Should see me on the pitch.
Quit swearing, quit breathing.
I know, what a week.
All right, Jay. Well, we have real life later on today.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts, Jay? I feel like you've had a lot on your mind about this team the last couple of days. You've sat here, the first 20 minutes, you sat here in silence.
Yeah, you haven't been yourself.
Is everything okay? Up.
Yeah, well, it's just, I've got zero jam. I also had a big trip over the weekend. It was a little bit of work, but a little bit of fun. But I'm uninspired. I am uninspired.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I also feel they're uninspired. So maybe I need to start feeling inspired so they can feel inspired. Because I know how I feel directly correlates with how they feel.
They care. They care about how you feel.
Lead from the front. Yep.
But I'm listening. I'm processing, man.
Hey, I'm with
this.
you.
And instead of just sitting here and spitting venom day in and day out, I'm just trying to listen, ask some questions, make some horrific bets. And then when it all kind of formulates and I got the recipe, I will go on a rant for the ages.
Okay, I can't wait for it to come.
And it's either a we're so fucking back rant, and keeping receipts along the way, or it's going to be spicy.
Hopefully we see it on Tuesday.
Tell me not to do this, but I just dialed up a same game parlay. Okay. Calvin Pickard 30 save shutout.
Yeah, you're probably good. Nah,
what do you think? What do you think they're giving me?
5 million.
No,
$10 into what?
240.
760.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Oh, nice.
Just email them.
Hey, it's backward. Like I said, they're either gonna go and get shelled, or Calvin Pickard's gonna pitch a shutout in Tampa. It's we're Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
We win in the weirdest circumstances. We don't win because we should, or on paper should, right? We should go to Tampa right now with everything on paper and get worked.
Mm-hmm.
But they might win.
But that's the thing.
That's why you play the games.
It's inspiring. We might lose 8-4 tonight.
We might, as long as the over hits.
Yeah.
We get a classic 2-1 win. Calvin Pickard plays
I'd be pretty. They better be on the right side of that 2-1 win if we're doing that.
Well, if it's 2-1, it's the Oilers won. For sure. If it's low scoring, it's
That's true.
Holy shit, everyone just played off their asses and we shut it down.
Yeah.
2-1.
Let's hope.
So are you going shutout?
Yeah,
that's a lot of legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet it. 30 save shutout, Cal Pickard. That's what he's gonna look like. Stopping everything, seeing everything.
Cal's our pal, man.
Yeah.
We can never forget Calvin Pickard is part of some of the most important moments of the last 2 years. And is a big reason why we had important moments in the last 2 years. And could have been a Stanley Cup winning goaltender if he didn't get hurt with the run he / the team in front of him was going on.
Yep.
Calvin Pickard kind of has the clutch gene. This would be a big spot for him to show. If you ask me, really, Aaron, do you believe that? I don't know. But
Aaron, you know what?
Hope.
We don't have a choice.
You're damn right. This is why the roller coaster is
We
the
have
best.
to believe. We have to believe. They're just a little hungover still, folks.
I'm trying to see if Calvin Pickard's ever even done that in his life.
Had a shutout?
The 30 save shutout. It means he's due. Anyways, thanks for popping on again, Jay. Good game day. They don't play again until Saturday. Oh, today's Thursday. Wow, week's flying by.
Saturday, we're at Dog Patch.
Saturday, we are Dog Patch. Sold out event. If you missed it, we're going to do another one before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right, there you go. Jay, popping away. Let's get to Liam. We're going to do some game notes for our friends at Oodle Noodle. You can take advantage of the value menu deal. Add on 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, or 6 wontons to your order for just $2. Any signature or premium box, oodlenoodle.ca, takeout or in-store orders only. Calvin Pickard. He has had a 30-plus save shutout as an Oiler.
Carolina they scored late.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
I'm seeing if he's done it more than once because this bet might just be looking even better and better. No. In the last 3 seasons, the Oilers have had 3 30-plus save shutouts. 2 of them are Stuart Skinner, exactly 30.
Nice.
Calvin Pickard, 41 for 41 against
who?
the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Did they win that
March
game?
10th, 2024.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They only won. I think they won 4-0 that game. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Pittsburgh played
Yep, they did.
Blomqvist or whatever his name was.
Joel Blomqvist?
Blomqvist, yeah.
No, they played Jari.
Wow.
And the Oilers got
Blomqvist backed up.
2 first period goals, one from McDavid, one from a newly acquired Matthias Ekholm.
Wow.
And then Nurse scored 2 in the third.
I do remember Nurse scoring, yeah.
Connor McDavid got his 79th assist of the year that night.
I actually... no, that can't be right. How many minutes did McDavid play?
1855. Good year.
Did he get hurt that game and come back?
Oh, I think he might have.
Yeah. I think that is the game. Yeah, and then Drysdale. How many points did Drysdale have? That'll tell me everything.
I think he had none.
Oh, then no, that wasn't.
McDavid had 3. Oh, you're right. You're thinking of a different Pittsburgh game?
It was a different
where
game.
they weren't playing well, and then Connor went down the tunnel, and they had 3 straight unreal shifts, and Leon scored. Then Connor came back, and the game was tied.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I remember that game. Yeah.
Classic.
What email are we using for life advice?
Life advice.
Forgot about life advice. Where do you want me to send
Tyler at thenationnetwork.com.
Yep.
Email it right now.
Yeah, just send me some emails, whatever. I have so many emails in my inbox. Have we started our new Instagram yet?
No.
Yep.
No spoilers.
No spoils.
I got some goalie stats.
Sure, let's do it. It's our game notes.
Aaron, if you want to I sent you a full season one of Vasilevsky, and then I did one, I think it was 5. Is it 5 games or 3 games?
The last 5, I think.
Last 5. Okay, let's do the full one. Pretty difficult goalie to score on, to say the least. A lot of shots there, obviously. But the Oilers did a decent job of this last night. Get to the net. Say it with me.
Get to the net. All
Eli,
right.
get to the net.
He's working.
He's going to hear it in 2 minutes. Never
Get
mind.
to the net.
Say it in the chat.
He
Get
fist
to
pumped.
the net.
He fist pumped it.
Got to get to the net.
Gotta get to the net.
76% save percentage for Andre Vasilevsky around his crease area, I guess we can call that. Again, look at his percentages on the outside. No easy shots again and in on Vasilevsky. You got to work hard for them. Next one. This is the last 5 games, just to make it a little less chaotic. It is a trend. If you can get to the middle of the ice, and I'm sure this is the same for most goalies, but Vasilevsky at 75% does seem like a bit of a low one, if I'm not mistaken.
Couple of goals from Leon's office over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Get to the net. Eli said it in the chat. Thanks, Eli. And this is his full frontal. As you can see. Pause for effect. 98% in the chest. He's got a hole in his chest. See if you can get through it. He's also left ear.
Is it where his heart is?
0%. That's where my heart is right now.
Those Russians are stone cold, man.
0% over his left ear. 0 for 2 so far this season. Also, if you can get him a little bit under the arm there, 67%.
Ticklish.
Aim for the low blocker. Low blocker tonight on Andre Vasilevsky. 73% save percentage on the low blocker.
This tells me he's beatable. This looks very beatable.
They can beat
High
him.
and low glove and blocker.
They can beat him.
I like
Maybe.
Leon goal now.
If they play the way they did last night, they'll probably still lose, but they'll score some goals.
The over.
The over.
The over. All right. Tampa Bay comes into this game. Offense, not great for them. Similar to what we were talking about with Washington yesterday, though. Their expected goal share percentage is actually 54.67%, which is an expectation. They're maybe a little bit unlucky, and they're going to get hot at some point here. So, again, Tampa Bay, they're a better team than their early season results maybe suggest. That was from Michael Menzies' pre-scout, which is available every game day at Oilersnation.com. Penalty kills look good this year, 85.7%. That's top 5 in the NHL. The power play, however, usually so good in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
It's been kind of struggling. 17.7% on the year, although Jake Gensel did score twice the other night. In the last 10 games, the Oilers and Lightning, Edmonton, 4-6, and they've lost 4 of their last 5 in Tampa Bay. So, bit of a house of horrors for the Oilers. I mean, so many road venues are. I think we just kind of got to accept the fact that they're a shitty road team. That's life.
It is funny how we just don't want to accept that.
We seem to be fighting against it, but
they clearly are.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's the stats are facts.
And facts are stats.
What are they, 16 of 21 road games so far this season?
Yep.
Maybe 20, just 22. I think it matters as much as people want to talk about it other way. I think it matters. And when they get back on home ice, like Jay has a roster construction issue.
14 road games, 8 home games.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Nope.
They literally called it out
They called it.
in their thing.
Yep.
And people
January,
might think that
boys,
people
January.
people might think that's weird for Knobloch to go out and just feel, oh, that road trip, damn.
That's what teams
It's
do.
very just human-like.
Yep.
Like, you have a 7-game road trip against some really tough teams who, at the time in the East, were known as cup contenders, like
And
Washington.
all the players are upset because they're missing CFR back home.
Exactly. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Rogers players should look at this a little bit too and be like, hey, maybe we don't buck the CFR for 2 straight weeks or whatever it is. Disney on ice.
Making millions and millions of dollars off the fan base during the playoffs is not enough.
No, that's true.
Nah, you need events to come to the city. We would never have met our friend Cole.
Maybe not all at one go. Because didn't they do CFR and the Disney one back-to-back?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. It's not I'm not making an excuse for them losing. That's on them on the ice, but something to think about. Do we need Disney on ice?
Mulek said, should we buy into stock that we haven't had our 3rd or 4th best forward in the lineup at the same time? Nope. Every team deals with injuries.
No, I was thinking about this a bit more.
Yep.
People deal with injuries, that's 100%. But I think the injuries of certain players matter a bit more.
Sure.
Like, Nichushkin was a guy, I just remembered him.
Tampa Bay is missing 3 of their top 4 defensemen.
Exactly, and that matters to them. Yes,
Yep.
they shut out, not shut out, who'd they beat 5-1? New Jersey. But they also lost 6-2 the game before that on home ice to the Lightning. 7-3 before that on home ice too to the Rangers. Like, I think voices in the room not being there is what matters. Like, Nichushkin is the example. Colorado's won games without him before. They've gone on runs without him before.
Yeah.
You know?
But you could say the Oilers have, I guess they
lost when Hyman left.
Yeah, they won the series, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, sure.
It was later. I just think that side matters it a little bit more. So yeah, I do buy in a little bit to what you're saying.
Having Hyman back has been awesome.
Yeah, he's been a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Having Nuge back will be great.
All right. I want to do a new kind of game with you. It's the percentage game. So I'm going to give you something and you fill out the percent.
I'm always so bad at these ones, but
I know, but it's not. There's no wrong answer.
there might be.
Well, in hindsight, there will
I'm
be.
ready for it though.
All right. So let's start with this for the percentage game. Question number 1. There is a blank percent chance that Brett Kulak is traded this season.
So I'm saying the chance, I'll say 20% right now. Maybe that even feels a bit high.
You think that's high?
I just think what Stan Bowman said to Jeff last night. Like, we're preaching patience. They're clearly not panicking on that kind of stuff. I think if this continues on, then yeah, I think that number would increase. But I know we're also seeing Brett Kulak literally at his worst right now.
Oh, buddy, it can't get much worse.
Nope.
I was going to go higher. I think it's a coin flip. I think his play, I think Emerson's been fine. I think the front office maybe looks at the bigger picture numbers a bit more than the coaching staff would. And I think they might be sitting there being like, you know what?
If
That's $2.75 million. We might need to allocate somewhere else if we're not getting good third pairing results.
I agree. If they didn't lose Stetcher, I think it would have been a higher percentage. But right now, your next defenseman coming up is Leppinen, Josh Brown. You think you're getting defensive errors now? Get those two in the lineup, see what happens.
Yeah, that's
next.
fair. It might honestly, I think when the Leafs inevitably put Troy Stecher back on waivers,
He'll just come back to the fire.
He'll come back from one fire to the other, flip flop, fire to fire. I'm going to go higher. Maybe I won't go 50. I'll go 45%.
Okay.
Still less likely, but I think just the cap space and the no trade protection pending UFA, all that stuff.
I think it factors for sure.
It factors.
I was going to go 35 solely based on, I don't know who else you trade.
Yeah.
He's one of the few guys that you are able to do it. He's a UFA, like you just said. I hope he can figure it out. We know he can play much better than this, but it is what it is.
The longer this stays average, the longer I do wonder about Adam Henrique and his no movement clause, to be fair. Like, the longer the Oilers are muddled in mediocrity, if there is a team out there, and maybe it's Toronto who has a little bit of wiggle room, whoever is in the playoff picture and has some money, it could be the Anaheim Ducks.
I just think with Henrique, we're questioning if Corey Perry was such a big factor that they lost. Would you want to trade another veteran when you could probably just go to Mangiapane and be like, hey, man, you've been here for 2 minutes. It's not working. We can move you if you want. I think
that's a good
the
point.
way I would go.
I would be sad if they traded Rico because I like the guy, I like the player.
I like him too.
But the cap hit versus where he is in the lineup versus upward potential in the lineup is also a factor, right? Like, Mangiapane, if he figures it out for 2 months, and I know I'm doing an Arvidsson Skinner debate here, but like if he clicks and figures it out, he's on Connor McDavid's wing and scoring a lot. What's Henrique's ceiling at his cap hit?
A reliable third line centerman.
Which is important.
Yep.
But could you maybe put Frederick there and be fine?
No.
No?
No.
Mulek said Bob all confirmed it's going to happen. I'd be curious.
On Tomasek, he was talking about Tomasek.
Going down?
Getting
Trade.
traded.
Oh.
I don't really understand that. Maybe it's just a respect thing. But I would just send him down.
Where the fuck are you going to trade him?
You're looking at a situation now where it's like we have no players and Tomasek comes in and scores a goal.
Yeah.
I'd rather have him in Bakersfield than have him play for another team.
That's fair. Second percentage game. There's a blank % chance that there is a new goalie in town by December 1st. So?
That would basically put them through this road trip, right?
Puts them through this road trip and
gives them a Dallas game.
Gives them the Dallas game on. It gives them all of next week. 2 more games. You have the Dallas game, then you have the 1 game road stop in Seattle, and then you're back at home for December 2nd against Mini. So, like, Pickard will get the start tonight. It's basically a question of % chances Pickard's last start as an Oiler.
Oh, this one's probably a bit more of a coin flip than me, but I'll go 55%.
That's the number that popped into my head too.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance because
I'll go 62%.
And like I know Skinner's not playing as he's playing fine. Last night was bad. There's no doubt about it. He's giving you at least a chance on most nights to get 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Pickett is just not. So yeah, I'd say 55%, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm a touch higher. I'm also betting on him having a good game tonight, but I'm a touch higher.
I think tonight's the game. I don't think he plays again. I really don't.
So then go higher than 55.
100.
Well, I'll go a little lower than 100.
98. What number is he? 31?
How about 83% is save percentage?
Sure, yeah, that's fitting. 83%. I do think he's done. I do.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good time in the asset side of things. Is like, okay, we have Ingram. He's playing well. We can call him up. No one's claiming Calvin Pickard. He's playing bad.
No.
And someone put in the chat before, the fact you guys think that Ingram's going to come up and save your season is delusional. That's not what we're saying at all.
We're saying
you need to know what he is. Like, can he be something? Can he be better than Pickard? I think the answer is yes.
Also, I'm not asking for him to save our season. I'm asking him for him to have an 885. I'm asking for below league average from Connor Ingram, who, mind you, has been well above league average in the past. If he can be a little below league average, this team wins more games.
I just give him a chance.
Yep. Next one I got. I asked Carter Hutton this question today. There is a blank % chance that one of the Leafs or Oilers miss the playoffs.
0.
You think you think both teams will just figure it out?
Well, the Oilers are in a weak enough division, despite what San Jose and Anaheim are doing. I think they'll be fine. Toronto is currently 2 points out of a playoff spot. Yes, I think they will both figure it out.
Toronto's minus 130 to miss.
Yeah.
Even money to make.
I think they'll be fine. I think they'll figure it out. I think if one was going to miss, it would probably be Toronto, because I think the East is just a bit more competitive than the West. But no, I just think we'll come to this point in the season and they'll both make the playoffs. The Calgary Flames were in a playoff spot this time last year too.
Interesting point. Oilers plus 350 to miss. So Bet365, the odds boards are basically saying that Edmonton has a 15% chance of missing.
BBJ had a good point, and I agree with him. The Oilers can't finish in a wild card spot.
No, you got to get out of that central bracket.
Top 3. Yeah, you got to get top 3.
Yeah, I agree with that. Leafs, basically 55% chance that they're going to miss, according to Bet365.
55?
Yeah. So if you were to find the middle of those two, it's I don't know. It does kind of, the odds board say there's a 60+% chance that one of them will miss.
I just look at the top 3 in that division, and I just think Montreal's the only one that will make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Boston will fall apart. I think Boston is ripe for oh my God, they lost 9 of 11?
Yeah.
And then the season's just off the rails.
Detroit's been hovering around the 500 team as well recently. I don't know. I think the East is kind of up for grabs too.
Mm-hmm. Next one I got for you. There is a blank % chance that one of San Jose or Chicago make the playoffs in the West.
All Chicago?
Yeah.
So I'm not betting. I don't think San Jose will make the playoffs.
I agree.
I think Chicago have a pretty decent chance because of what Spencer Knight has been doing. Obviously, Bedard's been unreal.
Spencer Knight
too.
plus better roster.
Yeah. I will say 40% chance. That's mostly on Chicago. I would say there's a 10% chance San Jose make it.
Plus 1,200 on San Jose, plus 450 on the Chicago Blackhawks.
Would that mean I'm around what's 450 percentage?
450 as a percent is... Oh, I can have it for you in 2 seconds.
40% might even be high for me.
40% is a touch high for me. I think I'd be 32,
maybe around
33. 33%. 1/3.
They're having a good start to the season. No
and again, teams have rolled good starts longer. They almost, in a way, kind of remind me of that Oilers team in 2017, where Nazar and Bedard are shooting up high, and then Spencer Knight's giving them unbelievable goaltending. Plus 450 is an 18% chance.
Do you think there's a question on if Spencer Knight would make the Olympic team?
U.S.? He's American.
Yeah. If they were just we want a young guy as our third goalie.
I'm just more curious if they bring a young guy or if they bring, Johnny Lazarus has made this argument, do they just bring Jonathan Quick to try to get him a gold medal? A lifetime achievement award.
Maybe.
MVP odds, if you like the Hawks at plus 450 to make the playoffs, just go bet Connor Bedard at plus 1,800 to win MVP. Because if they make it, he gets MVP.
Agreed.
The narrative, all that's there. Next one. There's a blank % chance that one of Celebrini or Bedard win a major award. And the major awards are Hart, scoring title, or Rocket Richard. Goals, points, or MVP.
I think they would only win the points.
Yeah.
So what was the 3? Maybe 20%.
That one of them wins one of the 3 awards?
Yeah, between 15 and 20%.
Interesting. I would go a little lower. I think 10% is kind of my answer there.
I'll go with 15.
They're both in the mix.
Scoring race is down to them, but you just wonder, when do they fall down a little bit? And not to be disrespectful.
No.
I think they could both make the Olympic team, to be honest. Matthew Schaefer got put in the...
he's got a piss test now.
Yeah, he's pissing in cups.
Yeah. Who was telling me something the other day about Nathan McKinnon was out somewhere and then was oh shit, and got a notification on his phone. He's I gotta go piss now.
I'll tell you after he told you that.
Oh, okay. Was I not supposed to say it? Probably not.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, it's no secret. These guys, that's how the piss test. But Penny Alexiak got in trouble for that, right? Where she got banned for a year because you need, when you're an athlete at that level in international events, they need to know where you are at all times because they can just piss test you whenever they want.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think she got caught with it. I think she just missed it.
She missed him and wasn't telling them where her whereabouts. It's something like that. Yeah. Right now, scoring race: McKinnon 33, McDavid 32, Celebrini 30, Bedard 29. And goals wise, it's McKinnon, Draisaitl, and one other player has 14. Who is it?
Cole Caulfield.
Morgan Geekie.
Oh yeah.
And then there are 6 players tied at 13. Celebrini, Bedard, Natchez, Marchand, Caulfield, and
I don't know.
Bo Horvat.
Oh.
I intentionally left the unlikely ones there to freeze you a little bit.
You got me.
15
goals, Bo Horvat. The deal's looking good for the Islanders.
Okay, I got 2 more for you. Percentage game.
Okay.
there is a blank % chance we see a coaching change in the NHL by Christmas. Last year, the first
in the
coaching...
NHL.
Not Edmonton, whole NHL. Last year, November 19th, Jim Montgomery was fired by the Boston Bruins, so 366 days ago. Just over a year.
So what was the date, sorry?
November 19th.
November 19th?
For the question or Montgomery?
For the question.
Oh, Christmas.
100.
100.
Andrew Burnett's the guy.
But they haven't fired him yet.
No, but that's not the question.
I know, but my thing is like they haven't fired him yet, so are they ever going to fire him?
Well, they're 2-6-2 in their last 10. Is there any other candidates?
Utah's only got 2 wins in their last 10.
Who would have thought they would fall off?
Berube's a January guy, though. They give him till after Christmas there.
Yeah, I just don't think there's many other candidates because everyone else could be bad. He's doing kind of well or made a coaching change recently.
Or isn't supposed to be
St.
good.
Louis fired their coach to get Jim Montgomery.
Yeah.
So I don't see them doing it. I just think he's the only one, unless Calgary fires
They won't
Huska.
fire Huska.
I don't think that early, at least.
I don't think that owner wants to pay another guy for the rest of the year.
Who wants to pay Kadri?
Yeah. Last year by this point we had 4 significant trades in the NHL. We have had none so far this season.
Because you can't retain anything.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I also think so many teams are so close that like that's
also
messing
part of it, yeah.
So like by this point last season, these were the trades we had in the NHL. Of note, Mata to Utah for a third. Liljegren went to San Jose for Benning a third and a sixth. The Oilers traded Ronnie Attard for Bengalis, and that one doesn't count in the
That was huge.
Lars Eller went to Washington for a third and a fifth. David Juracek went to Minnesota for a first, a second, a third, a fourth, and Damon Hunt. Wedgwood on November 30th went from Nashville to Colorado. So those were all the deals we got in October and November last year. 4 of them. We haven't had one this year.
I don't think Barry Trotz has made a good trade during his entire tenure.
God, no.
I went and looked. I was like, the others should be calling him. For whoever you want. Yeah. I don't care if it's Soros, O'Reilly, whatever.
We had a ton of trades before Christmas last year. Trouba, Mackenzie Blackwood, Cam Fowler, Carrier went to Montreal.
That was a bad trade for Nashville again.
Yeah. Capo Caco went to Seattle. 5 big deals.
Wise Kyle says, claim Tessier. They're gonna buy out his contract.
Yeah, he makes $2.1 million. You can't afford to claim Tessier.
There was another player on there too. Mason Gertson. Want a bit of toughness.
Yeah, he's got a great story too. Obviously with the cancer and all of that. So local guy. Hoping someone picks him up. Like to see local guys stay in the NHL. Okay. Last one for fill in the blank, and then the show's over for Liam.
Okay, well.
% chance the Oilers win tonight. Woo! Save the best for last.
50-50.
50-50? No way.
Going into a game is always 50-50.
Yeah, I'm with you. One team, hey, that's probability.
Yeah.
One team's going to win, one team's going to lose. 2 outcomes, 50% chance.
Yeah.
Probability 101 with the Oilers Nation Everyday crew.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
50% chance.
Yeah, it's like you could get hit by a bus or you could not get hit by a bus. Every day there's a 50% chance that you can get hit by a bus.
Just
it's either going to happen or it's
stay
not.
in your homes and watch our show.
Yep.
And leave a like on the video.
Yeah, do that.
Hopefully I didn't breathe too much into the mic for everyone
today. We'll catch up on Spotify comments tomorrow. If you got anything to say on Spotify, drop us a comment over there. Podcast listeners, we appreciate you. YouTube chat, we appreciate you. Someone's getting mad at Rusty. And
I'm going to get mad at him.
I was going to say, if someone comes at Rusty, we're like the Tampa Bay Lightning. You come at Rusty, you're coming at all of us. Yep. Okay, we got real life coming up later on today. Pre-gaming 4:30 live from Dog Patch.
Yeah, we got me. We got Bert. We got Matthew Wozniak, who I banned twice from the chat last night during a 60-minute pre-gaming.
Interesting.
He's going to be bringing the energy today. I know he is.
And maybe
that's what we need.
He's just going to talk about Keaton Verhoff, who he's never seen play hockey.
So tune in. Come on and tune in. Right. Come on down to Dog Patch and hang.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, that's a wrap on today's edition of the show. Go Bills, go Oilers. Maybe I'll get a double. Maybe I'll parlay them. Double victory night for me.
There you go.
Who's to say? It's a 2 TV night in my household, and I got soup in the slow cooker.
Damn.
making a stew.
Dude, I made soup in my slow cooker.
Nice.
Soup season.
It's that time of the year. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Oil up. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.